Welcome back. Dynasty Nerds is doing a little something different today. You've got 2/3 of the roster rescue crew here. You got myself. We've got Pete Bartowski as well. Pete, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. I made some amazing fried chicken today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Pete, I'm curious on your mic. Sounds like I can hear a lot of like the shuffling and stuff. Might be your computer mic versus your regular mic.
Well, hopefully, because that'd be the worst if it was my. Let's see.
Check and see. While you're looking at that,
better?
It's loud.
Maybe because I was just yelling.
Maybe
How about now?
That seems a little better.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me explain to everybody. Let me explain to all the good folks what we're doing today. So this is something a little different. We've never tried this before, but we're going to be doing a show where basically it's an attempt to embarrass me in front of you all in live time. So we're going to be looking at different divisions. Today it looks like Pete picked the NFC West. I did not know significantly ahead of time. I did see like the title of the YouTube video like 30 minutes ago. So I did know then, but I did not know significantly ahead of time what division we were going to do. But my goal is to basically name the best possible Superflex dynasty team, or I shouldn't say dynasty team, fantasy team since the year 2000. So I'm going to have to name a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and then even I think we're going to do a super flex as well, Pete.
Okay.
If we have the ability to do it. If not, well, we'll do the flex, but we'll also do the super flex.
Oh. Okay.
Well, if we have the ability to do it, if not, we won't get the second quarterback in there.
We have the resources.
All right. Perfect. All right. So that's the goal. I'm going to have to try to name the best fantasy season per team by position. So
since 2000, right?
Since the year 2000. So just the century. Since this millennia, I guess. But Pete, we haven't talked about is there any punishment if I don't get it correct. We haven't talked about that necessarily. We haven't talked about like 3 strikes and I'm out or anything like that. So we're still kind of learning as we go what the best format for this is. So this is kind of a test run. I've blocked off the comments for me because I know people are going to want to like make their guesses and things like that. I've blocked off the comments for me, so I cannot see what you guys are saying. Pete can see what you guys are saying. I cannot see what you guys are saying right now, though. So that way I'm not getting any unfair hints. I have not looked at a time. I've not like done any research. This is simply just me trying my best to guess each of these players.
Can you see the comments when I highlight them on the
Yes,
screen?
I can see the ones that are highlighted.
Okay. So I'll highlight them if there's something that
is relevant that I need to. Okay.
So yeah, so it's like the goal is, let's say you guess the quarterback and it's the best season since 2000, but you get bonus points if you guess the right year, correct?
Yeah. So the player's the important part, but I'm going to try to also guess the season. So, let's say it was the Packers and I guess Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, of course it was Aaron Rodgers. He had a lot of really good seasons. And I'm going to be like, oh, but I think it was the 2017 season or whatever. Pete will let me know if I'm close or if I'm off. But Pete, I'm wondering if we should do like, a 3 strikes thing. Like I'm trying to get them all
3 strikes,
less than 3 misses.
If you do 3 strikes, you shave your beard.
Oh, that's a terrible one. My wife would hate that. She would be so. I did that one time. I've done that one time in our marriage, and she was not a fan.
So 3 strikes and you get a divorce type of thing, or
3 strikes and I get publicly shamed. All right, so let's try it. Pete, which team am I going to go with first?
Let's go with my hometown, Seattle. We got a deal.
Right. It's the Seattle Seahawks. Now I can only choose one player to use in each spot, so I can't use like the 2017 season for Aaron Rodgers and also use the 2016 season for Aaron Rodgers. Only one player can match with this season. So that's the other little caveat there. All right. Yeah, Connor, you're
really
exactly
fast.
This is like sitting around with the boys just doing stupid stuff. This is exactly what the show is.
3 strikes, and then you move on to the next team.
Oh, maybe.
Or like 3 strikes and you move. I guess 3 strikes, you move on to the next position.
Or we could just say 3 strikes and I won't even do it. I'm talking for the whole team. So 3 strikes and it's an L for me. If I can get it in less than 3 strikes, then I did good. I think we'll go that way. Okay. We'll see. We'll adjust it as we go. All right. Okay. So let's start with the first one. Seattle Seahawks. They have had 3 significant quarterbacks that I can think of over since 2000. We have Russell Wilson, Matt Hasselbeck, and Geno Smith. Outside of that, I can't think of anybody else that would have had a season that would have been fantasy relevant. So I'm going to guess for the quarterback position, I'm going to go with Russell Wilson.
Correct. Okay. And extra points. What year was his highest?
I'm going to go 2017.
Close. 2020.
Close? 2020. Okay. I almost guessed that, but then I thought that was the year that he got hurt. That must have been 21 when he got hurt.
Yep. Okay. No, that was when he had he had a lot of points.
Okay.
372. Right.
Okay. Running back, this first one I think is pretty easy. Now,
and
as long as I get one of the top two.
Yes. This is PPR. Yep.
All right. I'm going to guess.
I don't think you're going to get this one.
The top one?
Both of them.
So you're telling me Marshawn Lloyd is not one of the two?
Marshawn Lloyd?
Or
correct.
Marshawn Lynch is not one of the two. All right, I'm guessing Marshawn Lynch. He's got to be one of those 2 running backs.
That is
no way.
Yep.
Marshawn Lynch has not had one of the 2 best fantasy seasons at running back for the Seahawks since 2000. Okay.
So we counting? Right. Let's say Aaron Rodgers has 6 of the top seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jordan Love has the 7th, and then I'm thinking right. Yeah.
All right, you got it right. All right, then Sean Alexander has to be the other one.
Yep.
Okay, and that would have been the year before his Madden cover year, which would have been 07?
2005.
5. Okay. All right, 2005.
I don't think the chat's going to get this either.
All right, so this would have probably had to have been really early. Could it have been Ricky Waters? All right, I'm going to come back to the other running back. Because I'm not feeling super confident at the moment.
Okay, and you're at 1 strike already, so.
I do have 1 strike already.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go to the super flex. Let's actually go to the super flex spot for a second, because I think it's going to be Geno Smith's 2022 season. Is it Geno Smith?
Correct.
Nice. Did I get the year right too?
What year was it?
I said 2022.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I got that one. Man. I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to go back to receiver. Man, Seattle's had a lot of good receiver seasons. I mean, obviously this year JSN had a really good season. We've seen DK Metcalf with some big seasons. We've seen Tyler Lockett with some big seasons. But then if we go back, we also have guys like Doug Baldwin that had some pretty big years. Man, I'm gonna go with Doug Baldwin. It's my first guess.
That is correct.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Doug Baldwin.
Nice catch, Connor. PPR legend.
He really was. He was really good for a long time. I'm gonna go with Jackson Smith and Jigba this year. Was JSN the second one?
I'm gonna have to say,
Okay. All right. Then it could be DK. I know he had a wide receiver one season. I know Lockett's had a wide receiver one season. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's somebody else that I'm missing from some of those earlier Seahawk days. I'm going to go with Tyler Lockett. Is Tyler Lockett the other receiver? Okay. All right. So if it's not Lockett,
let's just say you just get this filled in and it's like in red or something.
Yeah. I still want to guess. I still want to get it figured out.
Okay.
All right. So DK Metcalf then?
Yep.
Oh, dang it. All right. And that would have been
You're so close, man. You were so close.
I know. So that would have been his like 2021 season?
2020.
Okay.
His 19
was his rookie year.
Yeah. His 21 season was pretty good, but it was 7th.
Okay. All right. Then, gosh, the running back too. I'm going to guess Ricky Waters.
That's a really good guess, and that is correct.
Look at me. You didn't think I was going to get it.
Correct.
I'm proud of myself for that one. That one feels good.
So this is a good question. So if he guesses someone for wide receiver or running back, but they fit in the flex, it counts, right? So
that's
if
true.
You guess, is it kind of like a free space?
In a way, not a true free space, but yeah, like it's kind of a catch-all if it's actually the third best season. So you could be the third best, wide receiver season, but it actually has less points than the third best running back season, so it wouldn't count. So it's whoever the next player would be.
Oh man, I'm gonna
right.
Yeah, that's just gonna be. Let's see.
Harder to check.
So your Marshawn Lynch would it have been
a flex then? Or would it have been behind a Tyler Lockett?
Because it was the 15th highest scoring season, and it was all Russell Wilson, Geno, and Sean before then. So
okay,
all
right. So I get a strike back then.
Yep.
So that means I still have one left potentially, but this is the one that I've been saving because I have no freaking clue who the tight end would be. Gosh. I mean, Jimmy Graham had some seasons in Seattle. Will Dissly had randomly like an okay season. I feel like I'm not going to get this though. I'm going to go with Jimmy Graham, but I don't feel confident about it.
Oh man, you were so close.
Was I
getting out of here? Yeah. And you did.
Oh,
Jimmy Graham. For extra points, what was the year?
2015, 26. No, it would have been later than that. 2017.
2016.
2016. Oh, I was right around it.
I see.
Right around it.
Will Dissly. That's a close one. He actually, though, you would think that he would be higher, but his best year was 15th.
At tight end?
Yeah. It's just because whenever he was on the field, he made plays. Great, but
just wasn't on the field very often. He was always hurt. All right, we moving to the Niners?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. San Francisco 49ers. This one at quarterback is tricky because those early, I'm trying to remember exactly when Steve Young was done. If he played in the 2000s, it wasn't by much. But I actually remember a guy that I feel really good about this pool. And the only reason I remember this is because I did the top 100 fantasy season or fantasy players of the 2000s. I did a series on YouTube last year.
Huge boom. I'm sure that everyone's seen it.
Everyone's seen it. It was like the worst series we ever did. But I remember because I calculated and I was like, holy freaking crap. Jeff Garcia was actually a really good fantasy football quarterback. So I'm going to guess Jeff Garcia.
That is correct. Outscoring the other quarterback that comes next by around 50 points.
Ooh, so it really wasn't even that close. Jeff Garcia. And that would have been 01? 2000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then running back for the 49ers. I mean, the two obvious names that stick out are Frank Gore and Christian McCaffrey. But I'm trying to rack my brain to think, is there anybody else that could have even touched those guys?
So I know one of the things that you really want to do is impress me.
Yeah, that's the most important thing for me.
I would be super impressed. I think there's no way that you could guess the RB3 as well.
Is it Garrison Hurst?
Do you want this to count? Like, I guess.
Right, well, let me do my two running backs.
Yeah.
Is it Christian McCaffrey and Frank Gore?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I wanted to get that out of the way. We'll do the third running back as like if I think that's the receiver or like the flex, and afterward, if it's not any of those, if it's a receiver at flex, then I'll just try to guess. But right now, my gut says Garrison Hurst would be the third running back on the list, but I don't know for sure. Carlos Hyde had a decent season there. Yeah,
Browns legend Carlos Hyde. Okay, wide receiver.
All right. Jerry didn't play super far into the 2000s for the Niners, so I don't think Jerry Rice is on the list of the top couple. I don't think. So I'm going to guess Terrell Owens as my first guess.
Correct, but he's not one.
Is he two or is he the flex?
He's two.
Okay, he's two. So then that comes down to, I know Deebo Samuel had a top 3 season at the position. I know that Michael Crabtree had some good years. Man.
Raiders legend.
Did Jerry have... So go ahead and type T.O. into the wide receiver 2 spot. Let's put him in there for now. All right. We'll come back to it. We're going to come back to it. I'm going to think more on it. Tight end, it's got to be George Kittle, right? There's no way that there's been anybody better. I don't think Vernon Davis would be up there. So I'm going to go with final answer, George Kittle.
Yep.
All right. I'm doing good.
Vernon Davis was 7 points away.
He was that close. Interesting. Okay. The year for George Kittle, I'm trying to think what his best season was. Was it 21?
1,300 yards.
Was it 21?
2018.
Was it that?
That was his first big year. Yeah. Popping on to the scene.
Boom. Okay. Yep. All right. The Superflex quarterback. So that means if Jeff Garcia was in, Steve Young did not play for them in the 2000s. So that would have only been the 90s. We also have Jimmy G. We have Colin Kaepernick. We have Brock Purdy. Is there any other significant names I'm missing?
You are, but
it's not the two though. Not that significant, right? Okay. I am going to go with, because Alex Smith I know was there for a while too, but he never had that good of a season. Brock had a top 6 year. Kaepernick had some good rushing years though. I'm gonna go with Colin Kaepernick. Dang it. I knew it. It's wrong. All right. It's got to be the Brock Purdy season then, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Is that my first buzzer?
Yeah, you should feel good about this.
Okay. All right. So I have.
So you have wide receiver and flex.
Okay. Wide receiver and flex. I'm going to go at wide receiver. I'm going to go with Deebo Samuel.
Correct. He had the number 1 overall scoring. If you went Jerry Rice, he was the 13th. He had the 13th,
Okay.
right? Juwan Jennings actually outscored him last year.
Wow.
So,
I was going to say, I didn't think he did much in the 2000s for the Niners. I thought it was all 80s and 90s. Okay. All right. Then the flex. Ooh. Trying to think. I'm gonna go Garrison Hurst. I'm gonna go with Garrison Hurst.
I'm trying to get to it, but yeah.
All right. So it wasn't Garrison Hurst.
I haven't even seen him on here. Oh, there he is.
Was he the third running back? Or he wasn't even the third running back?
This third running back is actually the answer.
Okay, so it is the running back. That's the guy. Okay. Okay, Carlos Hyde did not have that good of a run.
And I wouldn't be impressed if you guessed Carlos Hyde. This is the guy who I'd be impressed. This is your certified ball moment, Garrett.
I thought Ricky Waters got it for me. Ricky Waters didn't do it.
You have to prove yourself a lot.
Just constantly keep reproving yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. Man, I cannot think of another truly significant running back that the Niners had during this stretch. All right, give me a clue. Was it earlier in the century or later in the century?
In the early 2000s. So not the 2100s, none there.
Okay. I don't know. Who was it?
He played with Jeff Garcia. He played with Jeff Garcia. He was the running back with Jeff Garcia.
And that wasn't Frank Gore. So it would have been right before him. Who would have been the running back? I mean, Waters also played for the Niners at one point, didn't he?
Waters?
I think he also played.
He's not on the list. That would have been funny if it was
the same guy. All right, I don't know. Who was it?
Charlie Garner.
I would not have gotten that. I would not have. You could have given me 50 guesses, and I would have not.
I saw that name, and I was like, he had, 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 647 receiving yards.
Oh, that wasn't counting receiving yards. So he had a 2,300 yard season.
I take that back. I was looking at the wrong graphs. He had 1,100 yards and 647 receiving yards, though. So still like an
1,700 total. But yeah, that's
still
incredible. All right, Charlie Gardner. Yeah, I would not have gotten that. You could have given me 100 more guesses, and I would not have gotten that one. That's impressive. Okay, all right, the Rams. Now, I'm assuming we are counting their entire both LA and St. Louis, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So there's 3 significant quarterbacks. I guess you could say 4, but pretty sure Mark Bolger isn't in any of this. So it would have been Kurt Warner, Jared Goff, and Matthew Stafford would have been the 3 most significant fantasy quarterbacks, because I don't think Bolger would have been up there. So I'm going to go with the QB. I think QB1 was Kurt Warner. Probably that would have been that 01 season, Greatest Show on Turf season. Really? He's not the quarterback one or the super flex?
So, okay, we need to talk about this. Quarterback would be so easy if it was super
If I get
flex,
2 guesses.
because like how many, yeah, like
That's true. All
or
right,
how many
that's
teams,
fair.
yeah.
All right, that's fair. Then it's got to be. I don't think Goff had some good seasons.
This was by 23 points.
I'm going to go Stafford. I'm going to go Stafford then QB1 and Kurt Warner as the super flex.
Correct. That
Okay.
was surprising to me.
So that would have been his first season there, which would have been what? Oh, what?
Yep.
02. 01.
21.
01.
Are we
Okay.
talking Kurt?
Or yeah, 2021 I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that makes wide receiver pretty easy too, because Cooper Kupp had that monster season where he won the Triple Crown that year. So Cooper Kupp has to be one of the receivers.
That's a guess?
Yeah, that's a guess. That is an official guess. Then it's going to come down between Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. Who had the better top season? Who had the better top season between Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt? I think Bruce had a couple higher individual seasons. So I'm going to go. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm going to say Isaac Bruce.
You would be. So this is the hard thing.
Is he the super flex then?
I need to check the super flex now. Let's see.
Okay. Or the flex spot, I mean.
Well, that's a hard thing because you haven't guessed like the running backs or anything yet.
That's true. All right.
I can't. So
I'll go to running backs.
I'll go to running backs. Well, you're wrong.
Oh, it's not this.
It's not Isaac Bruce.
Okay.
So
he's
how?
Not, but he could be the flex though, right?
Oh yeah, if you're right. Okay, because it doesn't matter what you guess. Let's check. On the flex, so no quarterbacks. You would be.
It's got to be him, right? Unless it's Steven Jackson. It could be Steven Jackson.
I don't think. Nope, you're wrong.
Dang it. Okay. All right, then it's got to be Torrey Holt is the other receiver.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're at 2 strikes, but yeah, 2 strikes.
2 strikes. All right, running back.
You have more to go though. Let's go. We got
running back. See, there's 3 guys it could be. Steven Jackson had one monster season. Todd Gurley had a few monster seasons. But of course, Marshall Faulk was the guy. So in PPR, Marshall Faulk has to be one of these. That's a guess.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. That would have been
Sorry,
probably
I was
season?
distracted. Drew commented in all caps, Allen Robinson. And I was trying to remember was Allen Robinson on the Rams?
He might have had a season. He was on the Jags and the Bears, and then after that,
the Steelers.
Yeah, was he on the Rams? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So Marshall Faulk. Then is it Steven Jackson or Todd Gurley? I'm gonna guess Todd Gurley.
Nope.
Is he the flex though?
Man, we're gonna need a better system here.
One of these guys has to be the flex, right?
Your guess was Gurley?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. I think so. There's just so many names.
You think so? Oh, is it tough to...
Well, yeah, because the quarterbacks are also mixed in.
Gotcha.
So, but that 2022 Allen Robinson was on the Rams. Man.
There we go.
That's awesome. Okay. Tight end. Or actually,
The other running back's
back.
got to be Steven Jackson. There's no way it's not Steven Jackson.
Yep.
All right. Then tight end, I'm thinking it's Higbee. Let's go with Higbee.
Ooh, saved by the PPR.
Yeah, I was going to say he had a monster end of the season. And what would that have been? 01?
Tyler Warren. Yes, Peter. There we go. But if we're going just standard scoring, which for some weird reason StatMuse defaults to standard, Jared Cook
would have been. Yeah, he had a good run. Run. All right. I feel okay I crushed the Niners other than Charlie Gardner. I did good on the Seahawks. The Rams had a couple pitfalls for me, but it was like this guy or this guy. Now we get to the Cardinals. Cardinals is the one that I was the most nervous about, to be honest, of all of these teams. Because there's so many different ways this could go. When you look at quarterback, it could be Kyler, could be Kurt Warner, could be Carson Palmer. Trying to think of who else it could possibly be.
It could be Jake Plummer.
Was he in the 2000s?
Yep.
Maybe barely. Might have had like a couple weeks.
Jeff Blake, Josh McCown.
Some studs. Some absolute studs. All right. Let's start at running back because David Johnson's 2015 or 2016 season was bonkers. So I know David Johnson's in there.
Correct. Now, David John. Question though. I'm just going to say, so he outscored second place by 150 points.
Holy crap. So the next one's going to be tough.
Was a whole nother level. Yes, Josh Rosen.
That's who it was.
Yep.
All right. All right, we'll skip running back 2 then for now. I want to get all of the ones I know pretty confidently out. Larry Fitzgerald has to be receiver.
You would think, and you are correct.
Okay. So Fitz.
This one's going to be a hard one too.
The second one?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's Anquan Bolden. Is it Anquan?
Would it be if I said it was going to be a hard one?
I don't know. I'm going with Anquan Bolden.
That is a buzzer sound.
Dang it.
This one surprised me.
Man, Anquan Bolden. Now, did Bolden make the flex spot?
All
right. While you look for it.
It's a lot of dead air. I would say close enough. You can put it. We can put it in there.
Well, no, I want the right one. I don't want close enough.
Okay, I'll do this then. Okay. You can keep on talking then.
Okay.
Talk about fast draft or something.
While you do that, I feel very confident that the tight end's going to be Trey McBride. So whenever Pete's done checking the flex spot, we'll go Trey McBride at tight end. Then I still got to figure out this freaking quarterback.
You are correct.
Okay, so Anquan was the flex. So I don't have any misses yet. And then Trey McBride at tight end?
Yes.
Okay.
Extra bonus points. Who is tight end 2? This really says how bad the tight end has been for the Cardinals.
Didn't Todd Heap play there for a while? Was he
was that yes, but Baltimore? He 20th overall season. So it's not Dan
Zach
Arnold.
Ertz didn't do much. What other significant tight ends played for them. Who was two? Yeah, I don't know.
Zach Ertz. Yep.
Oh, was Zach Ertz?
That's the second best
Wow.
tight end for fantasy football.
That's
for the
bad.
Cardinals. That's terrible. 131 fantasy football points.
All right, I'm gonna go with Carson Palmer as the QB1.
Man, you're killing it.
Okay. Oh, so he was flexed, the super flex. Okay, so that means Kyler's probably the QB1. Then he had a top 3 or 4 season.
And that's your guess?
Yeah, Kyler.
Yep. I guess I kind of gave that away. We need to figure out the rules for next time, but
flex is super flex. Yeah. Well, this is a learning stream. We're learning.
This is the beta.
Yeah. All right. Running back. I know Chris Johnson played there. Kind of ended his career. Right after Edgerrin James ended his career there. Right after Emmitt Smith ended his career there. They just took like retread running back.
They're the Tennessee Titan wide receivers of running back.
Yes. It was Emmitt, then Edgerrin, then Chris Johnson. Who was it that had like just a little bit of run there for him for a second? Kenyon Drake. I remember the Kenyon Drake season. We would have the man. Who else was? I mean, James Connors had a good run there. I'm gonna go with Edgerrin James.
Nope.
Dang it. Okay.
You might waste all your strikes here.
Oh no. It's some super rando. Oh no. Who could it be? It couldn't be Andre Ellington. There's no way it was Andre Ellington. I'm trying to think of every running back that's been there. Connor. It was all right. Let's go with James Conner. James Conner's had some good seasons. Was it James Conner?
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So now I need wide receiver 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, David.
And Boston. This is the one. No, you're actually. Oh yeah. So this was the one.
I got the wide receiver 3 in Anquan Boldin.
Yeah. Yep.
But I didn't get. All right, I remember David Boston was there, but he was kind of a disappointment. But I don't remember if he had like one monster season and then was a disappointment. Other Cardinals that would have been relevant other than Bolden and Fitz. All right, let's go with David Boston. That's my guess.
That is correct.
Let's go.
Now this is.
I feel good about this.
Congratulations, man.
I did better than I thought I was going to do. I would have never guessed Charlie Gardner in a million years. But I would say my 3 favorite things in life. Pete, me.
Hi, Robert.
Robert never fails to deliver.
How are you doing today?
Never fails to deliver.
So this is the most extra points out of extra points.
Okay.
For you.
All right.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, insane David Boston year. Almost 1,600 yards, 2 yards away from 1,600 yards. And 8 touchdowns.
I was gonna say, I remember I thought he had one really good year, but overall he was kind of a disappointment.
25 targets. Nuts. Can you name the running back with the third best running back for the Cardinals?
Okay. So I'm guessing it wasn't Edgerrin James then.
Nope. He was 8th. I guess
Chris Johnson.
Nope.
Was it Chris Johnson?
Ironically, Chris Johnson is not even on this list.
He didn't play super well for them. Emmitt Smith did okay.
16 for Emmitt.
couldn't have been Kenyon Drake or Andre Ellington, right?
Nope.
Beanie Wells?
Nope. So I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
This guy has the name of a current NFL wide receiver.
What's the name of a current NFL wide receiver? Huh. Name of a current NFL wide receiver. Is it like a bigger name guy? Middle of the road?
Yeah. He's like, he was a dynasty darling like 2 years ago, but his situation's not great.
Okay. Rashad Bateman? I have no idea. Who is it?
Michael Pittman.
Oh, Michael Pittman. Okay.
I
think that was actually his dad.
Was that his dad?
Yeah, I know his dad played for the Buccaneers as a running back.
That makes sense because it's Michael Pittman Jr. So
yeah, I think
he
it was actually his dad.
719 yards rushing. He had a Tariq Cohen year, but 579 yards receiving.
Okay.
And he had 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns. So he had 73 receptions.
Oh, that's what did it, the PPR aspect.
Yeah, that's second only to Johnson's big year.
That's crazy. All right, well, cool. Well, this was fun. I had a good time doing this. Thanks for putting this together, Pete. We'll see what the people think of it. Maybe we'll do more. Maybe we won't. Maybe it's a one-off. Maybe it's a new tradition. We don't know. We'll see.
Or maybe it's just a fun. I mean, I just enjoy doing this. So maybe
I do like this kind of like random,
just a summer fun.
Just
our summer fling, as it would be.
Who said it? Connor was like, dude's just like hanging out late, just talking ball, talking players. That's what it feels like. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you, Pete. I appreciate all you guys watching, hanging out with us as I did bet. Like, I really thought I was about to embarrass myself on kind of like how I did with Bryce Young the other day, where I was just like, who? But fortunately I did not do that. I didn't have any brain farts, had a couple nice pools, and got all the obvious ones. So I feel pretty good about it.
Yep. Awesome.